Hello and welcome all of you to our coaching call 188 in which we are going to discuss 10 questions. So let's start with question number 391. So everybody can see my screen?
We have discussed it yesterday.
Yes, this is a very important and tricky question. Everybody is getting it. Then I
But
also
I have a question,
okay.
Mr. Abdul. We have previous discussion when we have similar situation, and it was the project was closed for some reason without disclosure of this reason, and I chose the reason for program closeout as part of the report. And you said that reason is almost indicated. That's why yesterday I
Hmm.
mentioned that we have reason dispute. We do not have any details, but we have dispute with the sponsor, and that's why our program is closed. Why now we have to indicate reason for program close out if
Mhm.
we have high level information?
Right. So Abdullah can comment on that.
So yes, the similar question I get, and it was really difficult to extract the exact answer. But I mean, if the program is already closed, so you don't know the reason. So that's why I chose for the B, because you don't have enough time in the exam just to, I mean, spend too much time. So you just have to select something. So
So on
I select B.
Mhm. So Mr. Benan, all yesterday I sent the word file also because I tried 3 to 4 times on different AIs to a lot of things. Why normally B, C, and D are gone, right? Benefits delivered and quality standard. This is gone. The only
Well,
thing is,
between success and failures and
yes,
reason.
yeah, whether we are going for the success and failures or the reason for program closeout. Then I made a long word file also on the group. The main reason why he's still stricting on B is that you had the dispute with the sponsor. Okay, and this is not the reason. I have a dispute with you. This cannot be the reason of the program closure. What he says that, like in the detail, just while option A states successes and failures, it does not include the reason for program closeout, which is a critical component to capture in the final program report, especially when the program is closed due to a dispute with the sponsor. He is considering that you have, he's giving the another reason that if you had a dispute with the sponsor, it becomes much more important to give the reason for the closure. Uh, why B? Okay, Mr. Matt, why B? Any another reason for you between A and B?
No, not exactly. If I haven't read that explanation you put in the group, I
Hmm.
would select A
Okay.
because, like, referring back to older questions, we
Hmm.
have like reason already said in the question, so I would set something without reason. But because of that explanation, I chose B.
Yes. So I think if the same tone of the question is coming in which they are focusing on the dispute with the sponsor, then we should always go for the reason should be there. Reason should be there. And normally, like in C, the options are also the same what was in the exam. C is has also the reason for program closure, but because of benefits delivered versus the lesson learned. Lesson learned is much better than the benefits delivered because the benefit delivered will be in my benefit register, nothing to do with my final program report.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that it didn't say dispute on what.
Yes. Hmm.
So we don't have a reason of what, for what reason it actually
Yeah.
happened.
Hmm. And I try to emphasize a lot, like put on the Excel sheet, but still he's restricting on A, so we should go with the same B. Sorry, not A, B. Mr. Felicien, is it clear? The reason is
What's the
very important.
what's the answer? B?
B, B.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I don't agree with that answer, but okay.
You are with A?
Yep. And I forget why, because I think I looked this up too, and it in the book or somewhere it says it should be A, not reason. For,
I shared this yesterday on the group, the detailed explanation, but still, if somebody has another reason, we can discuss this. But this is a typical question. This is a short question. Okay, 392. So this is a question straightforward from the Magic Grid. Media interviews and program financial reports are result of which activity? So media interviews is straightforward in the communication management. In the delivery phase, page number 21 of the booklet. Straightforward, Mr. Ruslan is written there. Communication management, delivery phase activity. The output is status information, notification of change requests, program financial reports, media interviews, external filings. This is straightforward.
It's always difficult to find that boundary between the information management and the communication management in this case.
Yes.
So first I wanted to answer the A, but then I
Okay.
confused
The,
myself.
the output of information management is updates to the information repository and inputs to program information and reporting. So in the information, typically he is directly using the wording of information. But here the financial reports and media interviews are directly in the Magic Grid. Communication management A.
Okay.
This question is again from the Magic Grid. So you are doing procurement management planning. So it means that I am in the planning surface of the program. You have obtained a list of preferred vendors from the client. Okay, this is a story, nothing reference to me. What is your next step? So why A? I am doing planning activity. So what is the output I will get? Program management plan. D. How you can go to A? RFI, RFP, and RFQ are the outputs I am doing in the program delivery phase of the procurement. If you go to page 22 of the booklet, once I am doing procurement management activity, which is in the delivery phase, I have RFQs, RFPs, IFB, proposal evaluation criteria. So why A? Doctor, somebody gave
But
A.
if you have vendors list, it
Uh,
means that management plan is almost ready.
but this is assumption. This is
But
a.
how can you define your vendors if you do not have what will you procure?
Beside of that, there is not feeling that you are on the definition phase.
No,
If you are saying that
in the first line, you are doing procurement management planning. So I am in the planning
the
surface.
procurement management, but your procurement management planning you can do on the delivery phase as well
No,
for the
no,
project
no,
or the component.
no, but we are not talking about the component procurement planning. In the delivery phase, I'm only talking about the management of the things in my Magic Grid. The planning activity, I know what you are saying. You're talking about component authorization and planning, but this is a very detailed
Yeah,
thinking that
exactly.
you no. Here, this is directly procurement. Whatever I'm doing at the program level planning is surely in the planning surface. And once,
Mr. Abdul, if you will ask this question to the procurement person, so the direct answer is RFI because I'm the procurement and I'm doing every day. So, and for me, this is RFI. If I receive something from the client as a preferred list, first I need to do the solicitation. So it's mean that I need to check if this vendor is interested to participate in this bidding, yes or no. And it's
yeah,
mean that I need to go for RFI.
no,
So that's why
no, wait.
my logic and Sabina's logic is saying the same.
No, that is okay. No, that is okay. But you clear said you will ask the vendor whether you are interested or not, right? So based on what you're asking them, based on the procurement management plan. Unless you don't have
But
the
you
plan,
already,
how you can do
okay,
that?
but here's contradiction. You say in the question we have list of preferred vendors ready. How is the list is prepared if we do not have procurement management plan in place?
So you are saying that the second line is
The
confusing. You have
sequence is not right. We have to have our procurement management plan first, and then we have to define our list. Usually, in our practice, we're going like by by this scheme.
okay, but this was a sequence that was given in the
That's why
question.
it's confusing.
I understand because you are procurement guys. I cannot argue on the real scenarios. But what I understood here is that you are doing okay. I understand about this vendor list and wherever we are doing it. But from the this point of view, you are doing procurement management planning. So as per my perspective, I am still in the planning surface. And once I will do this planning surface, the next step was the last line. He's asking what is your next step means. I will get the procurement management plan as output of this activity. This is what how I am seeing this question. But surely I cannot say yes. So we have Sandeep here. Welcome, Sandeep. How are you?
Fine, sir. Sorry, I couldn't join, sir.
No problem. So you are in the right time. So we are discussing your questions. So can you give me some insight of question that you are seeing 393? How was it?
Yes, sir, you.
This RFI question.
Sir, I want to add, sir.
Yes, Naveed.
Sir, I want to add that as a procurement manager, since you are in the planning phase, it might not be necessary that you have done some work and then you have obtained the preferred vendors list. It might be the case that by by finding or by searching the knowledge repository or the database of the organization without doing any work, without doing physically anything, you might have those lists available with you from the previous experiences or the past projects. So that's
Yes,
why
it's possible. You have obtained.
Or what you still don't know what will be done by you, what will be outsourced. So based on what you obtain your vendor list.
Sandeep, okay, Sandeep, can you, are you there?
Maybe from the program
Yes,
management
sir.
Yes,
point of view, it's okay, but for procurement,
can you give some insight into this question? Then we move forward.
Yes, sir.
How was it?
I chose the last option. So I'm not sure if this is the right answer. And I was thinking that this is management planning activity. So that was my thought that all the rest are outputs of for management activity, not management planning. I think the management planning was the keyword, so I chose option D.
Right. So I will go with this one because RFI, RFQ is again all the three activities as per our magic grid in the delivery phase of the procurement, right? So we cannot see about what we do first. In reality, I know you do RFI first, not RFP and that, but from this magic grid point of view, A, B, C for me is the output of the delivery phase, and D is the only option that is the output of the planning activity, right? So this was the same wording, or there was some scenario also, Sandeep?
So there was scenario actually, but I can only remember the main crux of the questions.
Problem with the statement is it should say you are preparing to do. You are preparing to do procurement management planning. And then that would better clarify D.
Yeah.
Yes, also
Yes,
sorry,
Sandeep?
also the important part.
Magic grid.
Yeah, Mr. Ruslan?
The important part, if it will be doing the program procurement management planning, then it will be definitely the D because you are on the definition phase. So in the definition phase, you are doing the program procurement management. So in that case, it will be definitely D because
so what
you cannot.
Say? So what do you say the wording? You are
prepared, right?
Yeah, it means that it's for the program. So you are on the program level. So you are definitely, in this case, on the definition phase. But if you are talking in general, the procurement management.
So you will But as a program manager, you the first, I agree. The first line should be you are a program manager of a newly starting program,
Exactly.
and you are doing the procurement management plan. Then it's very clear that I am as a program manager doing this thing. So this will be the tone of the question,
Exactly.
right, Sandeep? In the scenario, it was clear that you are a program manager.
Yes, sir. That may be the case. Also, this grammar may not be so much
Hmm.
correct. I just wrote it what I can remember.
I agree.
So the feedback is right that the question may be framed somewhat different, but the main cause was this.
Okay, good. So the tone, as we had asked, is that they're asking you the output of the procurement management planning. This is the tone of the question. Scenario will be a bit different. So here we go for D. I will rephrase it anyway. So 394. When you read the question again, which of the following activity gives financial closing statement? So we are talking about the activity here. How A can be the activity? Yes, right. So this is a straightforward question. Which of the following activity gives the financial closing statement, that is in your closure phase? So financial, and in the particularly in the financial program closure phase, we have financial closure activity, which is giving me the financial closing statement and the closed program budgets. So from this tone of the question, we can really understand how important or directly was the magic grid in the exam. Okay, before we move forward, Sandeep, can you give us some insight into the magic grid? Because from you, I got 5 to 6 questions that were relevant from the magic grid. So how the questions were coming from the magic grid? Directly
Uh,
input and output, or what the program manager is doing there?
yes, sir. I remember that there was 5 to 6 questions only from Magic Read. I think I was able to recall them much easier when I was recalling the questions, and it was more or less confusing if we can identify which phase we are operating, like the previous one. When if we can identify we are operating at the closing phase, this output is given, then we can easily pick out the option.
But everywhere he's asking you directly input or output, or like in a scenario, what will be you doing?
So there may have been the scenarios actually that I couldn't recall.
Yeah, I understand. You can, but everything is scenario.
Yes, the multiple questions were in scenario based, but sometimes it was related to the scenario and mostly it was not related to the scenario.
Okay, good. So 395. This looks to be a very straightforward question, but it's really tricky. Even I had to discuss it again. So this question is, as a program manager, you will lead human resource functions to improve team engagement, and answer is C. This is simply task eco domain to task 19. Life cycle eco task number 19. Even in the booklet, you can see on page number 26. Straight forward, I have written this line. Lead human resource functions to improve team engagement and achieve commitment to the program goals. The other options are also logically not correct, not wrong. I cannot say that you will lead human resource to improve team motivation, you will exceed benefit relation objectives. Build a core team. D is wrong because the core team has nothing to do with the leading the human resource. But we invested a lot of time to find the correct answer onto that. Then ultimately, after so much discussion, Abdullah was there with me. We found out this is directly from the eco. This is domain 2 task 19 page number 26 of the booklet. Right, Abdullah?
Yes, I also get the same question, and we had you told me that it will be team motivation, but then when I was going through the revision, I found it's in the eco. Yes.
Correct. So C is the correct answer. Achieve commitment to program goals. Yes, Naveed?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have confused it with the task number 15 of the same eco, sir.
Monitor key human resources and identify opportunities to improve team motivation and negotiate contracts to meet and exceed benefit realization objectives. Benefit realization to exceed, meet or exceed benefit realization. Okay, human resources to improve team engagement. That is team motivation. Yes, you are right. Between task 15 and task 19, but I agree with you. This is what they have confused. But the question here is asking about team engagement. So in 19, we have directly the same wording: improve team engagement and dash, which is achieve commitment to program goals. However, task 15 is very important also, as Mr. Naveed said. If it was, and also Naveed Khan, this is different. This is leading human resource functions, lead human resource. Whereas 15 is monitoring the key human resource. This is a different tone.
Right.
But this is, but like we know, we can understand that if this copy paste question two students got, so this is same question, any task they can put like this in a straightforward wording. But the good thing is that for me, it is good thing that what line I wrote in the booklet, the same line is there, nothing else. Monitor 15, monitor key human resource and identify opportunities to improve team motivation. So this is C in the answer. Task 19. 396. Miss Sabina and Miss Dr. Maria, read the question again. Mapping of planned benefits to program components. Go to page number 40 of the booklet. Miss Sabina, booklet, everybody, booklet page number 40 in the benefit register, point number 5. Copy paste question. In the benefit register, the answer is C. Benefit register. This is straightforward. Point number 5 in the booklet of benefit register. Mapping of the planned benefits to the program components as reflected in the program management plan. So he has not written the wording of as reflected in the program management plan. The question is straightforward in the, yes, Sandeep, please.
Yes, sir. Actually, I got two questions, both very similar. I did not mention the second question because it was already covered in the mocks. If you see the last point of the page number 40, there is a definition for program architecture. Actually, I got both these questions, and both are very similar questions. So the both shows mapping of planned benefit to program components. But what I understand is in benefits register, the mapping is done, and in benefits analysis and planning or benefit management plan, this it is shown that how the component will deliver the capabilities. So I got two questions from just these 2 points.
Anyway, I have based on this, I already made the question for architecture in the next one. But he's very right. On page number 40, point number 5 of the benefit register. Surely you will get this question. Which document, like what document, map the planned benefits to the program components as reflected in the program management plan? This is what is this question. This is the benefit register is the answer. And if you go to the last point of page 40, it states benefits management establishes the program architecture that maps how the components. So here the wording, as Sandeep said, is how will deliver the capabilities and outcomes intended to achieve the program benefits. So this is clearly in architecture, you have to get capabilities and outcomes. Another key different word, very different, is capabilities and outcomes, number one, and number two is how the components will map. And in Sandeep, in this question, you got architecture also in the option, right? Like clearly you wrote here.
Yes, sir. So I made the mistake in one of the question. Then when I got this question, I remember that the differentiation which I studied. I remember this how part. Then I went back and corrected that answer, the previous one.
Right. So very important, very short questions from my point of view, because of the tone and the difficulty that they are coming now, is these 2 points. Clear, Miss Dr. Maria?
What's the keyword? I want to make sure I know what the keyword here is. So you are preparing a document that is mapping plan benefits.
This is the same meaning when I showed that picture of the benefit register. In the benefit register, in the last column, we have project A, B, C, D. Which benefit is coming from which project or which component? This is the meaning of this question. The which document will show you that this particular benefit will come from which component of my program. That is your benefit register.
The issue is the wording, right? So what's the word here that will trigger benefit registry?
Mapping.
Is it
mapping of the benefits to components?
Mapping is in both. So I have mapping in program architecture too. Because it says program architecture that maps how components will deliver.
Sandeep, can you give? Okay.
Yes, sir. I maybe I was mistaken. My theory is incorrect, but I thought this how part in analysis and planning, it shows that how it is done, not only mapping. It provides something description or explanation probably.
If it's how, then the statement should say how you are preparing. It says you are preparing a document that is mapping planning benefits to program components. That trigger the program architecture, not
no opposite
benefit.
No, Dr. Mari, you're saying opposite. If it is how part, it will be architecture.
It's not giving me how. It says you are preparing.
No. Let me show you the next question. Then when I in the this answer is C. In the benefit register, how part is not there. Okay. On if it is a benefit register, the answer is directly mapping of the benefits to the components without the concept of how at the moment.
Okay, without the concept of how. Okay, and now the next question will ask you the concept of how.
Yes, and then it will be architecture.
Okay, that's what I want to know. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Matt.
So just my thinking on this matter. When we say mapping components, when we say mapping planned benefits to program components, it just say that which component delivers what benefit.
Correct.
But when we say architecture, it says that how we are putting them after each other in sequential order, something like roadmap, to give us that benefits that we want from program.
Right. So the how
it's
part,
like architecturing.
Correct. Architecture
it's
means
like how
structure.
we are putting them after each other.
Correct. So architecture means, I think the word to word meaning of architecture is more like a structure. Okay. Yes, Naveed Khan.
To add that for the architecture, it is the keyword of the capabilities have also been mentioned.
Yes.
So the components will deliver the
capabilities and outcomes. Right. Correct. So let's Go to this is C. 396 is C.
You are a program manager. You are incorporating program vision for the purpose of
Miss Sabina, read the question again. The key word here is a vision. Business case doesn't contain the vision. Very, very tricky question. Well, Sandeep, you got the same question, right?
Yes, sir.
And what is the answer?
Sir, I chose the first one. I think it is in eco something.
Yes. This is the domain 2 task 7. Copy paste page number 25 of the booklet. You are a program manager of XYZ organization. You are incorporating program vision for the purpose
Which page
of
of the booklet, please?
page number 25, page number 25, task 7. So let me read the task 7 first. It says develop a detailed program scope statement by incorporating a program vision to facilitate overall planning. So whenever we talk about facilitating the overall planning, that has to be the, and vision is there, there is a program scope statement, nothing to do with the charter or the business case. Okay, so this 397 is directly from the eco. Nothing to worry about. The good thing is that we have highlighted the weak points of many of you. If you are weak in the eco, doesn't matter. But these are the toughest questions. Just not to shatter your confidence. Really, these are the toughest questions that can come in the exam. But the good thing is that with the help of all our colleagues, they are helping each other. We are able to crack these difficult questions. Yes, Naveed Khan.
Sir, in task 7, the other words have also been mentioned apart from the vision, sir. So it was only the word of vision in the exam, or the other words were also given, sir?
The other words are in the answer. To facilitate overall planning by developing the program scope statement. This is the complete task 7, what is written here. Vision is in the question, the complete line is in the answer.
Sir, in the question statement, sir, by incorporating the program vision and the external and the internal objective goals, influences, and the variables, sir. So I just wanted to ask that these words were given in the question statement, or only the word of vision was given, sir?
Sandeep?
Sir, the last line was the exact same. This first part, you are a program manager of XYZ, this is makeup. I think there was a context given that you are newly appointed program manager or something like that. That was given. But the last line was exactly same. You are incorporating program vision for the purpose of, and the options were almost similar.
And also, Naveed Khan, you are reading the eco from the highlighted eco sheet, right?
Sir.
If you read the eco from the booklet, page number 25, I have already written only the thing that is in the exam. Now read the booklet. Anybody has a booklet? Task 7. This internal external
Yes, sir.
factors, I didn't put it here. Now read this from the booklet.
Yes, sir. Only vision is mentioned over here.
Yeah, so it means that I know what will be
it
in the
says
answer.
develop a detailed program scope statement by incorporating a program vision to facilitate overall planning.
And this is the same in the answer question. Only the vision is there.
Right.
So answer is A.
So C will be wrong, sir, completely, or it will
100%
be
wrong. 100% wrong, because these are the same copy paste options. There is no way charter can be the correct. This is straightforward. Whatever is, if it's something is coming from the eco, like we discussed, previous thing or this thing. There is no other way that other option can be the correct one. No way. 398.
You are the program manager and you are monitoring organizational environment, program objective.
Mr. Everybody, he is talking about what activity are you doing. So how D, yes, how D can be the, okay, how B can be the activity. Benefits management plan is a document, cannot be the activity. Okay, you are a program manager of XYZ. You are monitoring organizational environment, program objectives, and benefits realization to ensure that the program remains aligned with the organizational strategic objectives. What activity are you performing? So first B is gone. You cannot benefits management plan is not an activity. If you say that which document you are referring to do all this story mentioned above, then the benefits management plan can be the answer. But the last line is very clear. What activity are you executing? So B is gone. And Vinu, D, program manager cannot do the phase gate review. Phase gate review has to be done by the steering committee. So D is gone. How a program manager can do D? Okay. And we are left with A or C. Mr. Met, why A?
Because we are doing like most of the monitoring for benefit realization on components.
But that is in the benefit delivery phase. Huh? You, as a program manager, you will not go to component oversight and integration. That is to be done by the
Okay,
project manager.
right.
You picked the right tone. That 100% is correct. But component oversight is a tricky one here because he is focusing you on one particular component. Whereas on the
Yes,
top, in the second, he says that the program remains aligned with the organization. So you are doing benefit delivery activity.
yes.
Sandeep, any input into this question?
Uh, no, sir. I had the same thoughts.
Okay. So benefit delivery is the correct answer, right? Component oversight is not correct. As a broader
I, ho-
sense, yes,
I
that is
hope
correct.
so. I,
Yes,
I
C.
marked benefits delivery.
Yes, I checked it. The C is correct. Vinu, is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear now. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
because of organization strategic objective. It's at the high level. So the benefit delivery would do that.
And it will cover the complete program remains alignment. Very good. 399. And Dr. Mari, read the question again. For example, he's using a
I know.
document.
It's a tool. I know it's a tool. I know.
Yes. Miss Sabina, why C is gone? The program manager, the program team is using a document as a reference for reporting, distributing program deliverables, and providing formal and informal communications. What document is referred to? Simple stakeholder register. Stakeholder register is a document that contains how you will be communicating with each and every stakeholder. How you will be communicating into that. How stakeholder management plan will tell you. Stakeholder management plan will only tell you how you are going to engage the stakeholders, how you are going to manage the stakeholders. And if you talk about explicitly how will you communicate with the stakeholders, in the case answer will be the communication management plan. In any of the way, D cannot be the answer. Miss Sabina, can you unmute?
I hear you, but that's why I choose plan. How I will do it, what will I do. That's why I choose stakeholder management plan. Map and stakeholder register. Okay, I got your point now.
A is gone. A is gone. This is clear. But and B is gone because that is a tool. That is not a document. So whoever selected in even I was selected B in the first, then I had to revisit this because it was a tough question. Sandeep, can you add into that? PMIs was there in the option or not?
Yes, sir. Actually, this PMIs was options that I got. PMIs is a very small part, but we should know PMIs very thoroughly. I got at least 5 options in which maybe one correct answer was PMIs in all the questions, but at least 5 questions where I got PMIs as an option to confuse.
PMI, when they ask in the question for PMIS, it's going to ask you the tool. That's what I noticed. Is that how they put it in the exam or no?
Yes, ma'am. Like that only. I also chose PMIs as the correct one when I got tool as the answer. There was another confusing part. There is a program. I forgot that integration management. That was one correct in one of the question. That was a correct answer. I later checked. So even that question is tricky. This PMI is this stakeholder management plan, information management plan, and this integration management. These four are there to confuse us.
And Naveed Khan, you mentioned page number 48. Which line are you referring?
Sir, it is clearly written in the stakeholder page number 48. Sir, 1.1, the fourth bullet, sir. 4 point.
The program team uses it as a reference for reporting, distributing program deliverables, and providing formal and informal communication. Excellent. Copy paste question. Page number 48, point number 4 of the stakeholder register. Thank you, Naveed Khan. You are doing good in the booklet. So I am happy
Yes, so
that
the key word is communication. When you see that and you see stakeholders, you'll know it's the stakeholder register. That's if you want to do it real quick. That's how you come to the answer.
Correct. And also for reporting, from my perspective, even because the question will become more complicated if instead of A, they put communication management plan. Instead of stakeholder map, if I put communication plan, then the formal and informal communication will be misguiding. Then in that
Right.
case,
I agree. Yeah.
so because we don't know what they will put in option number, the wrong option. So from my point of view, in this question, the key way to put is firstly, the program team is using it, number one. For reference for program reporting and distributing the program deliverables. So that is the prox. I don't go for the communication. In this, just to be very clear that I don't select communication plan there. Only you will select communication plan. The question is coming forward in which he asks you that what will you refer to communicate the information to the stakeholders. Even in their case, answer is only the communication management plan, because if you go to the um, echo of the benefits, there we said report the program progress, updating the benefit register, reporting to the program stakeholders via the communication management plan. Even if the stakeholders are there, but you have to communicate to the stakeholder. Again, I am referring to the communication management plan. So this is a very tricky point, but thanks to Mr. Naveed, you got it correct. Page number 48, point number 4, very important. Directly stakeholder register. 400. Very, very tough question. I think this is one of the toughest question. Also the options are very okay. You are a program manager of XYZ. Which document includes component details, durations, and contributions to the benefits? Mr. Matt, why D? You were the first one to answer B. Is it in the
Okay, I think it's in the booklet.
yes? Which point? I know this is in the booklet, but which point? I'm checking. Yes, go to page number 32 of the booklet. Go to page number 32. Program management plan. Point number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, point number 9. It include component details, durations, and contributions to the benefits. Copy paste question from the booklet. Page number 32. Point number point number 10 of the program management plan. So if you have to
But
use,
it says the document, right? Not a plan.
so the program management plan is a document, na? Once I get a program management plan, it's a document that is used throughout the program lifecycle. So every plan is a document.
Mhm.
Like business case is a document, stakeholder data is a document. But for example, PMIS is not a document, it's a tool that I am using it. Like power interest grid is not a document. Power interest grid is a tool that I am using it. And the output of power interest grid, for example, goes to the stakeholder register, which is a document.
But sir, in question number 398, you gave the same reason for the rejection of benefit management plan, saying that it is a document, it is not an activity, sir. Although I attempted this question right, sir.
No, no, but so what activity are you executing? So benefits management plan is not a document, huh? In 398.
Sir.
Wait. 398 is the question was what activity are you executing? So benefits management plan is a document, not an activity.
Okay, sir.
Got it? Every plan is a
I got it.
document. Document means a piece of paper that can be referenced for the another thing. So in 400 is directly asking you.
I can't
Hello?
see 400.
Wait, I think the slide
Oh,
is stuck. One moment.
yeah, I can't see 400.
Okay, so now can you see?
Yeah,
So which document includes the component details? If I have to go, okay, the directly answer is D, but I will explain you how you can eliminate in the exam because sometimes you will not remember. Master schedule has nothing to do with the component details. There should be the name of activities if you're selecting the master schedule. A is gone. In the benefit register, you will not have component details. How in the benefit register, I only have the mapping of the benefits to the project or the components, but not mentioning the details of the components. Benefits management plan, contribution to benefits can be the benefits management plan, but the major difference between the benefits management plan and program management plan is that benefits management plan only give me how I am going to work to execute the benefits. But whenever the holistical view is coming about the component details, what are the detailed components in my program, what are their durations, how they will contribute towards the benefits, completely is a program management plan. Even from the tone of the question, it's a holistical complete view that I have to present in the program management plan.
that's a hard question.
Surely. That's why we had to go in the hard questions. Sandeep, any input from your side in this question?
No, sir. I also chose program management plan.
Because
So
of
what
the
I found
booklet?
is,
Yes, please.
yes, sir, what I found that as I told you that I found that most half of at least half of the questions were directly from the questions that we are practicing, and this just studying this booklet will directly give us answer to almost 80% of the questions.
You could study the booklet. It's not about studying the booklet. It's understanding the concept.
Yes, I felt that the keywords
It's
are vital.
impossible to study the booklet and remember everything. So you have to understand the concept. That's why when we're reviewing this, we need to understand the concept.
Right. For example, in this question, like I gave you the reason now, even if you don't remember the booklet, but why eliminating this thing, I think we can go for D. Right, Dr. Maria? Like overall view. Component details cannot be in my benefit register. I have no wording of component in my benefit register or the plan. Benefit register plan. Okay. So let's take 5 minutes break and then we are continue. Thank you very much.